team. Felix, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Felix Eigel. I'm from the east of Germany. I started swimming when I was 6 years old. I just learned how to swim, and then I kept swimming in the club team back home. And then later in 6th grade, I went to a high school, which was especially a high school for only athletes. And I kept practicing every day for like 4 to 6 hours until I ended up here at Lindenwood.
When we got to know Felix, it was an interesting time in the program because it was our first recruiting class where John and I were working together to try to build the team that we wanted for the future. So it was a team effort. We actually had kind of a competition going between ourselves of who could get the best or the most candidates to commit to Lindenwood. And there was probably 30 to 40 candidates that we were talking with. And Felix was actually one of the ones that John developed the relationship with at the beginning. And I remember watching the video. Felix had a recruiting video where he was talking, and in the background of the video he had an American flag behind him, and we thought that was kind of funny. And when we did get him on a Skype conversation where we got to talk with him, the flag was still up, and we kind of made jokes about what that was about. And he just seemed really eager to come over and have the experience here in the U.S. And on top of his talents, his personality was also something that kind of caught our attention. And Felix had the ability to probably go to some schools that were a little more established than us, because we really didn't have a lot of swimmers at the level that Felix was competing. So we were a little bit surprised that he stayed interested in us as the process went along, but we obviously were happy that he did, and it ended up working out. But we started that relationship with him via email and Skype, and he never actually came to school to see it until the first day of classes.
Before you came to Lindenwood, did you compete in any international championships or competitions?
Yes, I had my first international experience in 2009. I went to a World Championship for high school students in Puerto Rico, and I was swimming there for Germany. It was a great experience to meet all the international people and compete against them.
So, how do you like being a student athlete at Lindenwood?
I like it a lot, actually, because back home in Europe it's not possible to study and do a sport on such a high level. I really like the facilities here in Lindenwood. Everything is really professional, and I really like the team and especially the coaches. When I came here, I improved a lot because we practice on much higher intensity than back home, and also I think that our two coaches, Jason Owen and John Lau, they know a lot about swimming and they're very experienced, and I just love working with them.
Felix tries to do something. He's definitely a perfectionist. He probably apologizes to me more than any other athlete on the team, even though he does things better than 90% of the kids on the team. The fact that he's doing things well, he's always trying his hardest, but yet he always says, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. If he doesn't win a race or if he doesn't have a good practice, he always wants to do better. And his practice attendance is incredible. We have about 200 practices in a season of swimming, and Felix in 2 seasons has missed probably 3 practices out of 400, during the season of training. So his attendance is amazing. He'll come when he's sick until you pretty much tell him it's okay to miss a day. And that's helped him to improve quite a bit during the last 2 years. This year he came to me at our mid-season meet and made a comment and said, after he did his 200 backstroke, he said, Jason, that's the time I had in freestyle when I came to Lindenwood. And we just always tell him it's because of the work that he does, but he's so thankful about the efforts that we've put in. But he's really a kind of a creature of consistency. He does things right day in and day out, and I think that's why he's been able to improve so much in our program and why he'll keep improving.
So tell me about nationals.
This year's nationals was in Indianapolis, and we had a great meet. We went third place, which was actually the best thing in the whole meet to be successful as a team.
So how did you do individually?
I did actually pretty well. It could have been a little bit better, but I'm really happy and I did way better than last year.
That's good. So how did it feel to get up on the podium? Tell me about that. What was going through your head?
It was amazing because I always missed it last year and I was really close to make it on the podium. And this year I finally made it, and to be on the podium was a really nice experience, and I hope to be on the podium next year again.
So how did you feel before your best races, after and during?
My main event is 400 yards IM, and I actually made my first final when I swam it. I was super nervous because the level of swimmers in this final was so high. The first guy broke the national record for like 6 seconds, I think. So I was really nervous to compete against all those really fast guys. But during my race, I actually thought of nothing else except of being successful and swim this race as best as I can.
What about after?
After, I was happy actually that it was over because it is a really hard race which hurts a lot.
And also score in several of his other races. He also participated on an All-American relay for us that finished in the top 8, which we've never had that happen either as a program. So it was really great to see his work pay off in the big meet. We know that's what everybody wants, is to be able to do their best when the bar is set the highest, and Felix definitely did that. Classic to Felix style, he still was apologetic that he didn't do even better, so we've still got 2 years left to get even better than what we were this year, but I have no doubt that we'll continue to improve. Just to give an example, you know, the guy that won this year broke the national record by 6 seconds, so the bar is being raised every year at the NCAA, so for Felix to finish 4th, he was 10th last year. It really was a big payoff for all the work he put in.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Felix Eigel. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you too.